This night reminds me of something, Vidar.
Your mother?
No, not cold enough. No, it reminds me of another night that I went out hunting before you decided to tag along with me.
Oh, tell me about it.
Yeah, I shall. It was a night that started anyways, very similar to this. Nice and peaceful. I got up early to leave the village so I could get out to my hunting grounds before the sun came up. And as I was walking across the hillsides, I just noticed how beautiful the stars were. I could enough light by the moon that I could even see where I was going. All this continued until I got to the edge of the forest. My path went up inside there, but as I approached the forest, it looked like a gateway into darkness. The light of the moon did not penetrate the trees. But I was not a coward, as much as you claim otherwise. So I went up my path into this path to darkness. And as I found my way through this path, because I knew these grounds well, I walked on for a ways, until I heard one of the most terrifying sounds you can hear when you're alone at night in the woods.
What is that, Vidar?
No guesses from you?
Was it perhaps your mother?
No, for you would hear her and know exactly where she is. No, this was a question posed more by Loki. I did not hear anything, for the entire woods went silent. If you've never experienced true silence in the woods, in the dark, let me tell you, it's terrifying. But again, I would not be labeled a coward, much to your chagrin.
Oh, Vidar, you are no coward.
No.
It's the intelligence that's the problem.
Well, that makes sense. So I continued along down the road. After I'd went a ways, I heard a great snort, a whooshing sound, if you will. And when I looked up, I saw a great stag.
Oh, well, good luck.
I thought maybe, but I was not in the woods for a stag. And there was no way, as good of a hunter as I was, that I was going to be able to track this thing through the darkness. So I continued on my way. And after I'd went a little bit further, I again found the stag. Except this time, it did not have any flesh on it. Only its bones remained. It had been stripped clean. Now, between the silence and me finding the stag dead, I knew there was something else walking these woods. But again, I pressed on. And soon I exited the woods out onto the hillside with my hunting grounds just on the other side of the ridge. As I started to walk into the open, I looked out. And from there, I saw two red eyes stare right back at me. And as I looked up the hillside, I saw another set of eyes, and another, and another. And down the hill, even more eyes appeared and stared back at me. I knew not what was out there, but I knew something knew that I was there as well. Now, I am many things. I knew if I ran, I would be prey and a coward. There's no way I could outrun whatever was glowing in that darkness. They'd cut me down, and that's no way to enter Valhalla. Nor did I want to go out fighting them, for I had only a hunting bow with me and about 5 or 6 arrows, and there were more sets of eyes than I had arrows. So I did the only sensible thing one could do. I just stood my ground and waited to see what they would do. So whatever these creatures were, they must have either grown bored or realized that I wasn't going to run out to them. And they sauntered down the hill, crashing through the undergrowth as they went away. After I couldn't hear or see them any further, I went out, towards my hunting grounds where I knew I would find many of the furs that the Jarl wanted. And as I sat there, waiting for the sun to come up, I grew relaxed and calm. Until all of a sudden behind me, I heard a great howl of wolves. But not ones like the normal wolves that I'd heard that might have accompanied Skadi or Uller. This sounded as if Fenrir himself had given birth to pups and they were all around me. But I had a feeling this could be any of these trolls or whatever those creatures were earlier, and I was not going to be scared into running once more. So I hollered out my own bellowing challenge to them. but none of them showed up. To this day, I still walk those grounds waiting for whatever it was I saw in the darkness to approach me and engage me in battle. But as of yet, they have not. Well, perhaps tonight will be the night.
Oh, we can only hope, Vidar. We can only hope.